Imagine you're in the locker room of the Indiana Fever, surrounded by a mix of excitement and tension.
Caitlyn Clark finished up one of the most remarkable years of basketball playing in quite some time.
Lexie promises to take us through the journey of struggles and unexpected turns that transformed the Fever's season and introduced Caitlyn Clark.
Just like sick that we had lost so many games, and also feeling like we were better than that.
A rookie phenom with unmatched energy and skills. Into the WNBA spotlight, ready for the inside scoop on how it all went down. Buckle up as we dive into this unforgettable season. Caitlyn Clark ended her college career with record-breaking performances, capturing the attention of basketball fans everywhere.
I don't think like anyone can genuinely feel 100% safe, especially like with the movement of the
Her arrival at the Indiana Fever marked the beginning of a new era, one that promised to make them contenders. But from the outside, it looked like an instant success story.
fun to have fans so engaged in the game, and I definitely feel like second half of the season, all of our shots, threes going up, fans are out of their seats and expect.
Lexie Hull tells us it was far from that, painting a raw picture of a team caught in the frustration of a 1-win, 8-loss start. We felt like we were better than our record. Hull reveals, her voice a mixture of frustration and belief. That kind of resolve can either build or break a team. And in the case of the Fever, it did a bit of both.
It just feels so good to feel the confidence from them. But I would say I don't think there's extra pressure. I think it's just, it's so much more exciting. It's an exciting environment, electric environment.
Despite the setbacks, Lexie describes a squad determined not to give up. We had moments of doubt, but we stuck together. She says this unity would become a defining characteristic for the Fever as they battled through their rocky beginning, turning into one of the most inspiring comebacks in recent WNBA history. Fans who had once doubted the team's abilities found themselves drawn back in, filling the stadium and cheering louder with each game.
Us just kind of like stuck together, trusted the process, and realized that like the start of the season isn't the biggest deal. It's how we finish and how we get better, and really proud of just the resiliency of the
Social media buzzed with Fever. Ticket sales surged, and the once quiet arenas transformed into seas of cheering supporters. But what was it about Caitlyn Clark that changed the Fever's trajectory so drastically?
We found out we had the #1 pick, and once Caitlyn declared, that kind of changed things, I think, for the city a little bit. People were just so excited to come support the Fever. We felt that.
Lexie Hull pulls back the curtain on Clark's arrival, revealing that her competitive spirit and relentless drive lit a spark that reignited the team's confidence. According to Hull, Clark wasn't just focused on personal achievements. Her energy was contagious, pushing her teammates to elevate their performance. When we'd scrimmage, Caitlyn's intensity would come through like nothing we'd seen before.
We felt that even on draft night, we filled Gamebridge, which felt crazy. Like we're not even doing anything in Gamebridge, and people are excited to watch the screen and see.
Hull shares, her eyes lighting up. If her team was losing, she'd figure out a way to change that. Her commitment made you want to be better, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Clark's influence extended beyond the court. Hull recounts a memorable moment when Clark kept things light in the midst of high-pressure times. The team was practicing with loud music blaring, preparing for a loud arena game. The tension was thick. Suddenly, Caitlyn shouted, "Can someone turn it off? It's giving me a migraine." The team burst into laughter, breaking the tension and reminding everyone that sometimes, even the most serious moments need a little levity.
We play against guys during practice. We play against ourselves. But like if her team's not winning in a scrimmage or a drill.
Hull laughs as she tells this story, saying only Caitlyn could say something like that and get away with it. It's these small moments that bring us closer and make everything worth it.
Competitive, and she's going to do everything she can to win. And I think it just shows the type of player she is. Like if it's not working, she's going to try to figure it out. And you definitely want her on your.
But if you think Clark's arrival only meant few good stories and laughter, think again. Hull explains how Clark's unique playstyle opened up scoring opportunities for the entire team. Opponents focused so much on guarding her that they left other players wide open, creating new dynamics in their offensive strategy.
Sees the game at a bigger scale, obviously with the platform that she's created for herself, and then that's transitioned to the game. It's huge. And
when she's on the floor, we all feel a different energy. She attracts defenders like a magnet, which gives the rest of us room to make plays. Hull says, suddenly, the Fever's offense was no longer centered on one player.
I think like for me, especially as a point guard and as someone that's delivering a lot of the passes that lead to shots, like if I miss, she's definitely going to say like, you got the next one. Like I can count on.
It became a force where anyone could score. This shift in strategy made the Fever a formidable opponent, capable of catching even the toughest teams off guard. as the Fever began winning games and climbing the ranks. The excitement only grew. The fans were back. The team was clicking.
For keeping me like confident and positive. So yeah, I think that shows the player that she is and the leader she is as a.
And Indiana was buzzing with talk of a playoff run. But just when everything seemed to be aligning perfectly, another bombshell hit. The Fever announced they were parting ways with head coach Christy Sides. It was a shocking decision that left fans, and even some players, scratching their heads.
In practice, Christy like turns on loud music because I can't remember where we were going, but we knew the arena was going to be loud.
After all, Sides been a key figure in the team's turnaround. The decision marked the start of a new chapter for the Fever, one aimed at pushing the team even further. Lexie Hull reflects on the coaching change with mixed feelings. Coach Sides was always there for us. She believed in us when no one else did. Hull says, her voice a mix of gratitude and uncertainty. Yet, even as she expresses appreciation for Sides' leadership.
Migraine, and everyone's like, what? And Christy like reacted and said, what did you say? And she like repeated it.
There's a sense of excitement about what lies ahead. The Fever were ready to take the next step, and they weren't going to settle for anything less than greatness. With this bold move, the Indiana Fever sent a message to the entire WNBA. They weren't content with merely making the playoffs. They wanted to build a championship team, one that could compete at the highest level.
We were all dying because if I would have said that, if anyone on our team would have said that and then been asked, what did you say? And you repeat it, like no one else is repeating it, but she did. And it was the funniest thing.
Hull recognizes the pressure that comes with these expectations, but she's also confident that this team has what it takes. We know that we're capable of achieving something big, she says, and with the right leadership, we're ready to prove that we belong among the best. This coaching change wasn't just a shakeup for the Fever. It signaled a new level of competition within the WNBA. Hull mentions that the Fever weren't the only team going through changes, with 7 other teams also welcoming new head coaches. It's going to be exciting to see how different the league looks next year, she notes, her voice teamed with anticipation.
My role is just getting to the open spots, and we have such a good offense that people find the open person.
For the Fever, these changes represent not only a fresh start, but also an opportunity to redefine what success means for their franchise. As the Fever story unfolds, one thing is clear: this team is on a mission. The combination of Clark's fire, Hull's resilience, and a roster packed with talent has set the stage for something extraordinary.
In person, you get excited. You get excited for the opportunity to shoot and score and be part of the momentum.
And as Hull takes us through the highs and lows of their season, it's impossible not to feel the excitement building for what's next. In the end, the Indiana Fever's journey isn't just about basketball. It's a testament to the power of perseverance, unity, and the belief that anything is possible.
Hawkeye Caitlyn Clark and the Indiana Fever will have a new head coach next season. The organization announced they have parted ways with Christy Sides after 2 years.
So, if you're ready to see what's next for this team, make sure to keep watching Sport Pulse as we bring you all the latest updates. With a new season on the horizon, there's no telling what heights this team will reach. But one thing's for sure, with Caitlyn Clark and Lexie Hull leading the charge, the Fever story is far from over.